Alright guys, Ron Hall. Hey, there it is, the finished version of the modification to the Keene MiniMax header box. What I have is simply 3 pieces of .040 aluminum, 12 by 12. There's the tools I used, really fancy CNC shop, right? Little 4-inch saw, hand bender from Harbor Freight, and yada yada. But anyway, so what do I have? So on the back side of this, that is actually pop riveted to each flare, is a small piece of angle aluminum that this just rests against. Got a single wing nut on each side that holds it in. Really fairly sturdy. Got a nice space between the actual cover and the flutter box. There's no water really hitting, there's no water banging against my finger until right there. There's a little bit, and then there it's gone. So it's not interfering with the flow at all. I'm really happy with the way it looks. All in all, I think it did a great job. So, but let me show you the actual sleuth box itself. 2 sections of Prospector's Dream matting that's made for the Gold Cube. Just a small trim on one side, and it fits well. The actual edges fit right up underneath the rail that comes already stock in the Keene MiniMax. So it does a really good job, nice tight fit. I did make a small modification. I retained most of the Miracle matting up to this point. I have some, it's more of a sawtooth pattern underneath of the actual miner's moss. And there's a nice little there's a nice little groove in the transition from the sawtooth up to the actual Prospector's Dream matting. So it's a nice little nugget trap, if you will. All in all, I'm really happy with what I'm seeing. I think the unit's going to do a wonderful job, and we're going to throw some material in it here in just a second, and we'll see how it goes. As far as the pump goes, just a standard Johnson 2200, nothing fancy there. But let me get a bucket. I'll grab a handful of stuff, put it in, and I guess the proof's in the pudding, right? So let me grab some, put it in there, and let's just see what it does. Seems to work very well. Hits the box. Good action. So, all in all, seems to be working great, guys. Now, the way I did the flares, I did it on purpose because we typically shovel from the side this way. That's why I have the angle on it, so it won't interfere. So we can actually shovel it in, drop it in. So that's the idea. Anyway, let me know what you think.